up, guys. Big up, guys. Merry Christmas to you all. Hope you've all enjoyed yourself so far. It's gone very quick again, as usual. Christmas in a flash, really. We've all been enjoying ourselves, going out, eating, drinking, whatever. Unfortunately, I've still got a bit of a cold, which is not great. And I know you probably all been wondering why I haven't actually been on. I've been putting on the times and delaying and in the end not coming on at all. But obviously other things are happening around at the moment with this chaos still, as it is around the Christmas time. This sort of season, when it all happens. And I haven't been able to get on. I've been trying to. So I might only do the preview today, mate, or might do the preview and the review later of the season. It depends how it goes. I definitely want to do the preview at least for the game today, because of course we got Bournemouth today at home at the GTEC, the B, so it's quite important. Big game. You know, we generally do beat Bournemouth, actually. We are their bogey team, you would say. So it would be great to beat them today, because obviously I don't like, especially what some of their fans have said, of course. Yeah, so not really thought much of what their fans have said about us going down. Predicted that before before a ball was kicked. Anyway, let's got this comment here from Warren. Big up to you, bro. Hope you're well, man. Hope you're all good. Enjoying your Christmas so far. Hi, Steve. I hope you're well. Christmas is good, except the Ashes, which has been a shit show, to be honest. Well, yeah, of course it has, mate. We know that. Fucking been terrible, pathetic. We actually won a game, but yeah, the Ashes are finished anyway. We know that. I think the Aussies also took their foot off the gas, to be honest. They haven't needed to keep it on there anymore. They won it 3-0. I think that's another reason they probably let us win it in the end. But yeah, I still think their bowling was good today, the Aussies most of the time. It was great, but I suppose you could say England did kind of put up a fight and did deserve to win it in the end with their batting. But, at least it's a win. We're not going to lose 5-0 now, which is good. At least that's something, you know. Any little thing we can grab hold of and, you know, something that's, to hold on to out of this. And that was that. Getting this win. It won't be a 5-0. But other than that, there ain't a lot else, is there? I suppose the bowling, I'm happy with Josh Tongue. He's been great. Come in, obviously, we also lost another one. Atkinson is injured, so we lost another bowler down now. Thankfully, Stokes come in and done the job with the ball again, as usual. So that's all good. Yeah, I mean, obviously we're going to have somebody else to come in now, as Atkinson's out. We'll have probably Potts, I suppose. Beth will come in and look quite good as well with the bat. So there is a few positives there. But really, as we all know, it's just masking over what we've known for a little while. The ECB is shit. It's pathetic. It belongs in the past and it should stay there. It can't move on. And this regime is shit. McCullum has definitely got to go. I don't care what they say now. If we do win this, we win the next one, make it 3-2. they've still got to go. They've still got to go. But anyway, I'm not doing a cricket one stream here. This is the football, and obviously for the bees, and I can do that another day, obviously with the cricket. But I want to do at least this preview, if I can. Hopefully, I can talk a bit about the review of the season. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Just got to bring this up, guys. Hold on a minute. There we go. Yeah, match preview, Bees versus Bournemouth on the G-Tech. So let's get into this. Obviously kicks off today at 3. Analysis, team news, match officials and more. Here's everything you need to know ahead of Brentford's Premier League game against Bournemouth at G-Tech Community Stadium today. Brentford host Bournemouth at G-Tech Community Stadium in the Premier League on Saturday afternoon. In what is the Bees' final fixture of 2025? Exactly. It's what it is. Keith Andrews' side won 2-0 at Wolves last weekend, while the Cherries go into the match having drawn 1-1 with Burnley. So at least we beat the bottom team, and they could only draw with Burnley, who are right down there. So, and we're above Bournemouth as well, by the way. We're well above Bournemouth. So, oh dear, Bournemouth, what can you say about all that, eh? Not so high and mighty now, are you? Saying that you're above us and you're going to do well and we're going to get relegated and yet you're well below us, Bournemouth. So, what are they, 15th, 16th, something like that. So, yeah. We're above them, lording over them at the moment. So, who cares? Yeah, drew Burnley at home last time out, 1-1. Analysis, team news, match officials and more. Here's everything you need to know ahead of the game. Pre-match analysis, Stephen Gillet, playmaker stats, expect late drama at the G-Tech. Those tempted to dash out of the G-Tech early to continue their Christmas plans be warned. Brentford and Bournemouth both like to strike late. Last season, the Cherries were unrivaled when it came to scoring goals in the dying moments of games. And Doni Iraola's side notching 9 in stoppage time alone. While the South Coast club have retained their knack for late drama, Eli Junior Krupi's fantastic strike in a topsy-turvy 4-4 draw with Man United, the latest example, their hosts on Saturday have been even more ruthless as the clock ticks down. With 11 goals after the 75th minute during the current campaign, the Bees have consistently stung opponents in the closing stages. Keane Lewis Potter sealing all 3 points in the latter part of the 2-0 win over Wolves at Molineux last weekend. Although we profile the intriguing midfield battle between Matthias Jensen and Alex Scott in this week's matchday programme, Saturday's clash will also see 2 of the Premier League's hottest attacking properties face off. Alongside Man City's Erling Haaland, Thiago is currently one of only 2 players to reach double figures for goals in the Premier League this term. His 11 top-flight strikes to date have showcased the Brazilian's ability to finish clinically with either foot. And Bournemouth have suffered first-hand this season. The number 9 on target in the Bees' 2-0 Carabao Cup win over the Cherries in August. In Antoine Semenyo, however, Bournemouth have another of the stars of the 25-26 campaign so far. Yeah, what a player. Real danger for us today. One of 3 players to hit 10-plus goals for the Cherries last term, along with Evan Nielsen and Justin Kluivert. The Ghana international has 8 Premier League goals already to his name this season and enters this weekend's encounter fresh from finding the net against Man United and Burnley in the last 2 outings. Thiago and Semenyo have been in scintillating form. but neither of them can compete with Bournemouth's teenage forward Krupi when it comes to strike rate. Still only 19, Krupi excelled on loan last season in his native France, netting 22 goals in 30 League Two games for Lorient, and he has enjoyed a sensational maiden campaign in the Premier League. Pacey and direct, Krupi has scored 5 goals for the Cherries already in this term. And only Haaland, 77 minutes, has a better minutes per goal rate than the French under-21 international 90 minutes. Bournemouth have evolved into one of the top flight's most intense pressing teams. And Saturday's clash is likely to be a game of cat and mouse for both sides in their own halves. This season, the Cherries rank top for passes per defensive action, PPDA, a metric which measures pressing intensity, and have forced 125 high turnovers. So Brentford head coach Keith Andrews will need to prepare his back line accordingly. As two of the best counter-attacking sides in the Premier League this season, how Brentford and Bournemouth cope in transition is likely to prove crucial. The Cherries currently lead the top tier for goals from counter-attacks, with 7, but the Bees 5 are hot on their heels and pose a genuine threat on the break. Both teams' rest defences will therefore need to be at their best. Hold on to your hats and stay in your seats. An entertaining clash is on the cards. Scout report, Dan Long, Sky Sports, positive signs for Bournemouth despite winless run. In recent years, it seems every time I write about how Bournemouth have been getting on before their next meeting with Brentford, the club records have equalled or set take centre stage. But truthfully, the continuous improvement is too impressive not to mention. So here we go again. Last season was only the Cherries' 8th in the Premier League. They set a new record for not only the number of wins, 15, but also fewest defeats, 12. Most goals scored, 58, and fewest goals conceded, 46. Not to mention most points, 56, and a joint highest finish of 9th. Qualifying for Europe still evaded then. Nottingham Forest in 7th picked up 9 points more, which was sadly an inevitable consequence of recording only 4 wins across the last 15. But it came closer than ever before, and to even be in the conversation remains unbelievable to those who were there in the dark days of 2008 and 9, when Bournemouth were close to relegation out of the Football League. The success of last term shone a spotlight on the talent in Andoni Iraola's squad, though which meant a summer of change, with Kepa Arrizabalaga's loan return and the sales of Dean Huijsen to Real Madrid, Milos Kerkez to Liverpool, and Ilya Zabani to PSG. 4 of the first-choice back 5 were gone in a flash. While necessary replacements were found and signed, an even more key piece of business was tying down Antoine Semenyo to a new contract. The Ghana international scored 13 goals and provided 7 assists in 42 games in all competitions, which reportedly attracted interest from Man United, Liverpool and Tottenham. He may not stay at the Vitality until the end of that deal in 2030. BBC Sport recently reported there is a £65 million clause that can be activated during the first 2 weeks of the January transfer window. But for the time being, Bournemouth still have their star man. And Ghana's failure to qualify for the Africa Cup of Nations means they did not lose the 25-year-old for this festive period. They'll be hoping that bonus can help improve fortunes over the next few weeks as results have started to dip. 5 wins and 3 draws in the first 9 had the Cherries as high as second at the start of November. But despite a remarkable 4-4 draw against Manchester United recently, they are now 8 games without a win. The goals per game average has slipped from 1.78 to 1.53. And that was aided greatly by the 4 that they plundered in the gripping clash at Old Trafford. But even given how their position in the table has changed significantly in just under 2 months, there's no huge cause for concern. Their home record is in the top 10. They have lost the fewest games of any team in the bottom half currently, and there are just 7 points separating them from Chelsea up in fourth. Best of all, breaking some of the club records they set last season is still very possible. It's still very possible. Watch this space. In the dugout, Andoni Iraola, we all know about him. Great manager, fantastic manager. The game plan with Alex Smith, Bournemouth Daily Echo. Alex Smith, senior sports journalist at the Bournemouth Daily Echo, discusses how the Cherries are likely to be set up on Saturday. Andoni Iraola tends to deploy a 4-2-3-1 formation, with a number 6 and number 8 behind the number 10 and a low number 9, he told us earlier this week. They press very high, very aggressively, winning the ball high up the pitch. That is the aim. They will try and be aggressive on that front and try and create as many chances as they can. They tend to be more of a volume team and have lots of chances and score a few of them. They do not like to sit and be neutral and let a team play in front of them. They'll be getting out to them and being aggressive in that respect. They are very good on transition as well, with a lot of pace in the team. They can break at speed and they look to hit teams on the counter-attack when the play is a bit broken up and a bit less structured. That is when the team seems to thrive. Last Premier League starting 11 versus Burnley. 4-2-3-1. Petrovic, Jimenez, Diakite, Senesi, Truffer, Tavernier, Cook, Brooks, Kluivert, Semenyo and Evan Nielsen. Could be a tough team if they play them again. I don't know if that'll be the first team. I would think so, especially Semenyo and all that. Dangerous. Kluivert, Evan Nielsen, Brooks. A lot of good players there, to be honest. I know they've been struggling and they are well below us, but still be tough. Will be a hard game. Warren again there, another comment. B should make a £25 million bids for that creepy lad. Yeah, you're probably right. He looks a good player. He's very good. Another one I'm thinking of we should get, I know it's probably midfielder, really, but he's the guy that used to play for Leicester and Chelsea. The midfielder, I think he's 35 now, 36. Apparently he's coming back to the Premier. I can't think of his name at the moment. You might be able to help me there, Warren. He's obviously a midfielder though, but he was brilliant at Leicester and Chelsea. Little guy, black guy. Just can't think of his name at the moment, but apparently he might be coming back to the Premier. And I think we should get him. I think he's, 34, 35, something like that. I think we tried to get him before at one stage. Or I remember actually Arsenal were after him, weren't they? Just can't seem to think of his name at the moment, but it'll come to me eventually. Reece Nelson in full training ahead of Brentford's final game of 2025. Brentford head coach Keith Andrews provided an update on Reece Nelson and Josh De Silva ahead of the Bees Premier League game against Bournemouth. On-loan forward Nelson has missed 4 matches due to injury but could feature against the Cherries at the GTEC Community Stadium. Reece is training. Andrews revealed. He's come back in a good place physically and gone straight in. He trained with the group today, Tuesday, so he's back in and around it. De Silva, knee ligament, is a longer-term absentee, and Andrews is pleased with the midfielder's progress. Josh is doing well, he said. The road for Josh has been long and hard, and he's shown phenomenal character and resilience to get to this point. We're still hopeful that we'll see him out on the grass in the team environment sooner rather than later. He's working tirelessly with the medics and performance team to come back in the best possible place. Fabio Carvalho and Anthony Malambo will both miss the rest of the season due to ACL injuries. Frank Onyeka and Dango Ouattara are also unavailable due to their involvement in the Africa Cup of Nations with Nigeria and Burkina Faso, respectively. Match officials, Banks in charge for Cherry's clash. Peter Banks, that prick, other useless twat, let's be honest. He's in charge, assistants Edward Smart and Blake Antrobus. Fourth official, Farai Halam, and VAR Darren England. Peter Banks will be the man in the middle for Saturday's Premier League clash against Bournemouth at GTEC Community Stadium. The appointment means that he will have officiated Brentford's first and last fixtures of 2025, having overseen the match against Arsenal on New Year's Day. Banks has refereed 12 Premier League games so far this term, including the Bees trips to Nottingham Forest and Crystal Palace, dishing out 54 yellow cards and 1 red. Last meeting, Bournemouth 0, Brentford 2, Carabao Cup. 26th of August. For this year, of course. Brentford progressed in round 3 of the Carabao Cup, courtesy of goals from Fabio Carvalho and Igor Thiago. The Bees opened the scoring with just over 10 minutes of the first half remaining as Carvalho tucked home from inside the area after Christopher Ayer had nodded a Rico Henry cross into his path. Midway through the second half, Keith Andrews' side made sure of the win. Frank Onyeka stole possession in midfield and released Carvalho, with the ball finding its way back to the Nigeria international before Thiago confidently finished from 8 yards. Hakon Valdemarson made a handful of smart saves to secure the clean sheet, and the Cherries ended the game with 10 men after Julian Araujo was sent off for a second yellow card in stoppage time. Wouldn't mind that. Another 2-0 would be great. So let's see what team we will hopefully put out today. We can do for this game. Let's have a look. Well, we all know the goalie will be Kelleher for sure. Will be Kelleher. No, it's Kante. I believe Arsenal tried to sign him at one stage, and N'Golo Kante, the little midfielder, he's very quick, got aggressive, great in the tackle, could run for days, could keep going for days. That lung busting runs every time. He just kept running. I think even at his age now, we could have him. If he comes, we could get him for free. Just pay his wages, maybe, or maybe not a high fee. I think we should get him because he was amazing. And N'Golo Kante, I remember. I think when Wenger was in charge at Arsenal, well, they should have got him, and they went for someone else, didn't they? So, all day long, and you look what he done at Chelsea and Leicester. He was amazing. So, how Arsenal missed out on bloke. I don't know. He was a great player. So I feel if there's talk about him coming back to the Premier, let's go and get him. And N'Golo Kante, you know, what a midfielder that'd be for us. And I think we'd definitely win a lot more games. And I think he'd be great defensively, of course, as he was before. That'd help out our defence even more. They need it at times. And more experience, of course, don't forget, at 35, I believe. So, yeah. A no-brainer, really. But us being the Bees, we won't bother, will we? We won't do it. I mean, we got Henderson, you know. I mean, he's, 36? And he's been great. He actually has been amazing for us. So, and Kante would be even better in that midfield. So, I think we should get him. I really do. Kelleher definitely in goal. We know that. Will definitely be in goal today. I would say probably won't be Hickey unless he's at left back. But I'll put Rico Henry in left back as usual. Definitely for me, our best left back. Playing there. And will probably be Coyote at right back. I would say Collins and Vandenberg. Centre backs, that's generally what he goes for. But I'll definitely put Rico Henry ahead of Hickey as left back because he's a proper left back. So for me, it's got to be, you know, Coyote, Collins, Vandenberg, Henry. Right. And let's go to the midfield. Maybe Janelt will get a go this time. You know, he's due a few games. So, yeah, maybe Janelt will possibly go in or Jensen. I would think possibly Jensen. Damsgaard, for me, has got to play. With that creativity there in midfield. And obviously Yarmouth, I guess, will play also. And Jensen. Well, so Henderson, somebody's going to miss out. We can't play them all. I would say Janelt won't play. I would think it'd be Henderson, maybe, and Jensen probably with Yarmouth. Damsgaard's got to play, so I would say somehow have that. And definitely Lewis Potter's got to play. After getting 2 goals in that last game. There's no way you can drop him, surely. And of course, you got Thiago and Sharda up front as well. So it's difficult. I'd have those 3 up front: Lewis Potter, Lewis Potter, Thiago, and Sharda. I'll definitely have those 3 up front, and then see what they could put in behind them. Definitely Damsgaard, and probably Henderson for sure. We'll see what the formation will be as well. I would think I'd go 4-3-3 for this. I know it's Bournemouth. We've got to be careful. They got some great, dangerous players, especially on the counter-attack with Semenyo and so forth. Kluivert and also got Brooks and all that, Tavernier. They got some very good players going forward, class players. So yeah, I would think it'd be the usual team though. He won't change it that much, I don't think, Andrews. But I'd like to see a 4-3-3. let's attack them. I think they can be got at. If you go at them, I think they can be got at. I think we can beat them. We've shown before we can beat them. I think we beat them twice. Was it last season? We've already beaten them in the Carabao Cup this season. Yeah. So for me, I'm going for a win today, guys. I am going for a win. I'm going to go 2-1. 2-1 the Bees. I just think we will concede somehow because, they've got a better attack than, Wolves, when we won. That was 2-0 and quite easy, really. But Bournemouth have got more about them. So I'm going 2-1 to the Bees. I'm going to do the season review thing later on, guys, now. Because there's obviously football coming on. Man City, that game's on, isn't it? So that's going to start very soon. So I think I will make the season review a bit later on. Maybe even tomorrow now. It may be tomorrow now, guys. So, but yeah, at least I've done the preview. So happy about that. I hope you've all enjoyed this. And thanks again for getting me to 200 subs. That's brilliant, guys. Thanks a lot. Brilliant from you all, guys, this year. And keep it going next year, of course. Follow me on Insta, Mr. B for Life 182, and subscribe to Mr. B Hive Football Chat, and keep smashing those likes. As I say, many thanks for getting me to 200 subs this year. But keep subbing from now and into the new year, guys. Please keep doing that, Yeah, good show, mate. Yeah, cheers, Warren. You've been the only one in here, buddy, to be honest. So, yeah, 6 likes. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, you've been the only one in here, mate. But never mind. I hope people have been watching it live or we'll watch it on playback, of course. Oh, hold on a minute. We got Kev as well. Be up to you, Kev. Hope you've had a great Christmas, my friend. Merry Christmas to you. Hope you had a nice Christmas, Steve. Season's greetings from Ireland. Yeah. Nice one, Kev. Thanks for coming in. I'm just about to end it, though, this show. As I say, we'll do the review possibly tomorrow now, the season review. I may be doing a buzz or two. Possibly a New Year one special. And I'm probably going into the shit show about the Ashes, although we have got a game back. It's 3-1 now. Won a test match at last. First win for 15 years. Since I think it was 2010, 11. Our last time. So at least there's something to celebrate a little bit anyway. We could make it 3-2 now, the series at least. Make it look a bit closer. But when in fact Australia have been the best team, been loads better than us, even without their so-called, a so-called weaker team they've had. Not the big players all the time. They've still been better than us, let's face it. So, but we have won a game, so I guess we can be thankful for that. And it won't be 5-0, so that's good. But anyway, guys, I hope you have, as I say, enjoyed this. Yeah, Australia's reserve team, mate. Yeah, exactly. But still been fucking better than us, let's be honest. Yeah, so yeah, anyway, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this and I hope you do watch this live or on playback or whatever. and check out my other streams. As I say, I'll do the review on tomorrow now, I think, the season review for the Bees. It was going to be today on there, but I've decided, obviously, other things are happening with the game, with the football starting, of course, later. 3 and the match on now at 12:30, which is City against somebody. I can't remember who they're playing. I know they're playing Forest, I believe. Yeah, Forest. Anyway, guys, enjoy the rest of your holidays, rest of the Christmas, and obviously the New Year coming up. Have a great time, and I will see you obviously tomorrow for the stream tomorrow, and sometime next week as well with the buzz. For now, guys, I'm out of here. I'm getting out of here. Anyway, cheers, guys. Thanks, everyone. Till the next one. Out of here. Cheers, everyone.